Yes, like I was saying, this will be my last video. I keep on getting cut off from my videos from this webcam. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll try to fit it all into one video on this one. I live in a beautiful house, which is what I was saying in BNP, the real BNP too. I live in a wonderful house. But the difference between me and you is that I recognize that this neighborhood that I live in, this beautiful country I live in, this beautiful house I live in, can only be possible from men and women who had the strength and the determination to create a great country. Now, they didn't create this great country based upon multiculturalism. My great country, nor yours, nor France's, nor Germany's, nor Belgium's, nor any of the other great Western civilizations and countries, none of them were based upon multiculturalism. All of them were based upon nationalism, upon strength and pride in one's people. Absolutely no great civilization can exist without pride in one's people, pride in one's culture, and pride in one's nation above all. These are things which are inherent to any great country. And because the BNP is trying to reinstill these values into the British people, we have communist children like you three coming out there and telling them that they're fascist. You are a product of a generation that has failed you. You are a product of the hippie generation that has screwed over my country and yours. You don't even know what's good for you, because all you've learned is the same Bolshevik bullshit that they teach you in the communist schools in Britain. It's the same shit that I learn here in America. I get it all the time. That poverty creates horrible conditions for the minorities in Britain. That poverty is creating this in America. That we're a racist society is destroying all the minorities' chances to make a great society. It's not their fault they're ruining our countries. It's our fault. Well, let me tell you something, you three. Let me tell you something. Anyone who has a problem with the BNP, let me tell you something, because this is important. If you honestly believe, if you truly believe that crime rates 4 times the amount of the indigenous people of America and the indigenous people of Britain is a sign of poverty, then why the fuck were the Irish people who came to America under the worst conditions, the worst discrimination, the worst possible understanding from the original American people, why did they become so successful not even 30 years later? The answer is because of their own work ethic, their ability to assimilate into the culture of their people. Now, this is a problem that is facing the immigrants of Britain and the immigrants of America today. The Mexicans in America and the Muslims in Europe refuse to assimilate into the countries and the cultures of their people. This is creating a problem. It is a problem for the people of Europe. It is a problem for the people of America. And we owe it nothing. We owe nothing, nothing at all, to the people who come into this country. They owe us what we have here. They owe us for the amazing houses that we built here. They owe us for the amazing conditions that they can exploit here. They owe us for the welfare. They owe us. So why is it that they cannot even speak English half the time? Why is it that in Britain, only half the immigrants, only half the Muslims, will actually speak the home language in the mosque in which they worship? Why is it that they refuse to assimilate into the culture, and yet we have 3 communist children making retarded videos about how we're the bad guys? Oh, destroy the Western Empire, you idiots. You don't know what's good for you. You have no idea how to make a country. You have no idea what it takes to maintain one. You're a bunch of idiots. And you're going to destroy anyone's chance of having a good nation in the future. Anyone's chance of maintaining this wonderful civilization called Western civilization. You live in paradise itself, and you don't understand what the world around you is going to be like if you don't stand up for it. And if you are the future, I'll say this again, I'll be the last one saying it if I have to. In this generation, if we are the future, and this is an accurate representation of what we have to expect in the future, then we are fucked. There is no way we're going to survive. The Muslims will trample over us. The Mexicans will trample over us. The Chinese will trample over us. They don't have any more value in Western civilization than you do. The only difference is they have guns, and they're actually have the unpussification in their society to stand up for themselves. You don't understand, but you're soon to find out if you do not catch on quick enough. Nancy Drew, the guy with Parkinson's disease, and the retarded 13-year-old, you all need to learn what's good for you, because you clearly have no idea what's going on. You're idiots. Do not vote. In the coming prime minister elections, do not vote. Or the parliament elections, do not vote at all. Please. Because you have no idea what it takes. You probably never worked an honest day in your life. You probably have never actually gone outside and mowed a lawn.
You've probably never done any of the things which are required of a good person to do in order for him to develop character, because you have no fucking idea what character is. You have no idea. So just shut up, please. Let the people who know what it takes to have a great country decide the policies of your country. Allow the American First Party in America and the BNP in Britain to reshape your society and make it great once more. It's not your fault. I understand that. You grew up in a generation which taught you that Britain was an inherently racist nation and we're all upon progress now, and that we're only descending into fascism now because the older generation is realizing the mistakes of its ways. I realize that, and I'm sorry. I apologize for what you've had to live through. It's horrible that you've been brainwashed. It's horrible that you've never worked an honest day in your life. It's horrible that you don't know what's good for you. It's a product of a shitty school system. It's a product of a shitty culture. It's a product of no culture at all. But don't blame the BNP for wanting to give you back what is your birthright. Your birthright. The opportunity to have a culture in the first place that is British and that is Western. It is Volkish and that has pride in your race, has pride in your people, and has pride in your country, which has accomplished so much without the help of immigrants, without the help of outside influences. Your country and mine has shaped the world around us. No other civilization and no other culture has done more. The British Empire has touched every corner of the earth. Do not ruin it. You are the inheritance of a wonderful legacy. Do not kill it. You are the inheritance of a wonderful nation. Do not fuck it up. You have one shot. The Battle of Britain is still ongoing. You're going